This is Nisandeh Neta, the founder of Open Serials Academy and the creator of the Business Bootcamp. And today, this is my first video blog. You asked for it, you got it. So people asked me in the last couple of weeks to talk or to share more about how to make video blogs, which is, kind of a cool subject, but I never tried it before. So before I'm becoming very, very smart about video blogging, let me talk a little bit about videos, and I'll do that as a video blog, so then I can get your comments, your feedback, and we can work it out as a process. So a little bit about video, 12 tips how to make those type of videos that you can use for marketing, for blogging, much, much better. And there are two parts the way that I'm looking at that. One is the setup, and one is during the recording. And what is most important is that you'll do the setup right. The setup takes a little bit time. Sometimes it requires you to buy some things, some equipment. But when you have that right, everything else becomes pretty easy. So let's start with the setup. 5 things you need for the setup. The first thing is, of course, your equipment. It's much easier to create a blog post, which is just text, because you just type it into your WordPress or whatever blog software you're using, and you click publish, and that's it. But when we're talking about video, you need at least the equipment to shoot the video, to record the sound, get some lights, etc. Years ago, you needed a special camera, and at the beginning the cameras were very expensive. Then they became smaller and smaller and cheaper. I bought a couple of years ago those 2 cameras. This is a Kodak, this is a Flip. I think both of them are not being produced anymore, but there's other stuff that you can find. The difference between the cameras, and that's something that you want to know if you're going to buy another camera or a special camera, then that there are cameras that don't have an external microphone, and then in order for you to film good quality with a good quality sound, you need to have it kind of close to you so the internal microphone can catch it. There are cameras a little bit harder to find that have an external microphone. The external microphone will go here, and then you connect it under your shirt, you have it here, and then the sound is very, very clear. You can have the camera very far away. But what is important is that today you do not need, probably you already have the camera that is good enough. If you have a good mobile phone, then the camera is probably good enough. Many of the still cameras that we have today have a great quality video, actually a better quality than any other video cameras that you will find. It's short. It gives you usually about 8, 10, 12 minutes of a video, but that's more than enough to what you need to do for video blogging. So I think that you probably have already the video camera. If not, it's about 100 euros and you get yourself a brilliant camera. It's not enough to have a good camera, because if you're going to hold the camera in front of your eyes like this and hold it all the time, or ask somebody else to hold it for you, it's going to shake a little bit. And that's not going to look very professional. It's going to, disturb people. So what you want to do is to make sure that you have yourself a tripod. You can have a tripod like this one, which is a big tripod. It's very stable. You can use it anywhere, and you can have it in any height. But if you choose to sit next to a table, you can use a simple tripod like that. It's very cheap, it's very simple, it's very stable. You plug the camera, any video camera on that, and that's stand like that. You can have it on your table or any other place, and it's very, very stable. For iPhone and some of the phones, maybe you don't have the exact same connection, but they have the accessories. They will be very happy to sell you the accessory to make sure that it's standing. So this is a little bit about equipment. The next part, which is equipment, but I'll put it as point number 2 because it's important by itself, is the lighting. You want to have a good lighting. You don't have to use professional lighting, which you could. This is the way we're using it in the studio. We're using in the studio. This is my office. Okay, the camera is right now in the washing machine room, and those 2 lights are standing here in the room. But those are professional lights. They're a bit expensive. They're creating the right color and everything. It helps, but you don't need. Okay, you can use simple light. As long as you have good light on the face, make sure that you have a little bit of shadows, but not too much, so people can still see your eyes. What we're doing here, if you see, it's this very, very beautiful, clean, heavenly kind of appley white background, which is pretty amazing, isn't it? Just for you to know, this is just a simple window. We put the curtain over it. This is just a curtain, if you can see it now. As soon as I leave it, then the lights from the outside make it this beautiful white, and it's you need to see if that fits your style and if it fits your material. It's a bit clean. It's a bit can create a little bit of a distance. I don't use that all the time, but I like it. It's very professional, very easy to create. So you can also create, as I said, just a simple lighting in your house or in your office if you just direct it in the right way. Most of the cameras today can handle the different colors, so don't worry about that so much. You can also film outside. You can use sunlight. It has its own parts. It's tricky. You might have shadows in places where you don't want. It changes. It's much less controllable, especially here in Holland. Sometimes you get sun, then there's a cloud that creates a different color. But for shorter periods of time, that can be very, very nice. So as you see, now I'm just out of my office, and we had there the professional light. Here it's just a nice sunny spring light, and if I'm standing in the right direction, then the light will work pretty well. One little trick I just got from my camera woman is that if you want to get the lights in the house, nice lights, just go and stand either facing the window, so then the light from the outside is shining on you, or stand next to the window, so you have it kind of in an angle, so you get part of your face are more lighted than the others. It creates this nice effect. So this is about lighting. Point number 3. Point number 3, it's the background. Again, this is a very white, heavenly kind of background. I like it. It's very professional. You can use that. I just showed you how to create that. You can sit in your own office, in your own chair next to your computer, and it looks much more cozy many times, much more personal. Make sure that the background is not too busy, is not too distracting. That's the important part. But if there is nothing that is really moving, there is nothing that people will try to read what is exactly written there, then that should be okay. Here is an example of the background where I'm having my library behind me. Make sure that the details that behind you are not too distracting. If you could have read the names of every book behind it, that would distract, but otherwise it just creates this nice, more homey, more personal feeling. If that works for you, that's brilliant. You can also have the background in the garden, like I'm right now here. It has some advantages. It looks very green right now in that season, and it can separate you from the background, make you very, in a way, it's very beautiful, it's very cozy, it's more homey. On the other hand, of course, you have the weather that is changing, the light that is changing, and of course the background noise. So that's a little bit about background. That's the background visually. Point number 4 is your sound, the background sound. And this is really important. I know that when we film many times outside, and for me it's really quiet. I'm living in this quiet neighborhood, there's nobody, you don't hear anything. But the camera hears everything, and I'm used to the sound of the planes that are flying above the house every 10 minutes or so, so I don't hear them, while the camera hears them, and then it's very disturbing. And the last point, the fifth point of the setup is have an outline. I mean, there are people that can just stand in front of the camera and just talk ad lib, you know, from their head without any planning, anything. I don't like to do that. I can speak for hours without any outline. The problem is that then I'm speaking all over the place. So I create for myself a simple outline which creates the bullet points. This is what I want to talk. For example, this outline for this talk is I wanted to cover 12 points, so I put 12 bullet points in front of me. It just sit here on the wall, so I can sometimes, you know, take a quick look. What is point number 5? Okay, now I remember, and I share it. Then I can keep it short to the point and make sure that I'm having a flow. So outline for me works really, really well. All right, so those were the 5 points for the setup. What do you do during the filming in order to get the maximum or the best results? So the first point, that's point number 6 already, is make an eye contact, which with the camera it's more difficult because you don't have a person there. So just look straight into the camera, straight into the lens, not to the side of the screen. Sometimes I used to put my outline just under or the side of the lens. Then I would look and I would speak to you when I'm just like that, or I would speak with my eyes like that. Sometimes people won't even notice what's going on, but something will be weird. Why don't you connect with me? So just try to speak straight to the lens, and you're making eye contact with your audience. So this is really important. Next point, number 7, is for me it's always difficult. I mean, I'm standing in front of the camera, and you know that's not really funny. There's nobody there that is smiling back, or if I make a joke, the camera doesn't laugh. But you know, put a smile on your face here and there. You know, if you're too serious, then that doesn't come across so well. So smile sometimes. That really, really help. That's point number 7. Point number 8, just simply be yourself. It's scary at the beginning, and for many people, I don't know, for me it was always difficult to just stand in front of the camera when there's nobody there. Suddenly my voice is changing, or it becomes too fast or too slow, or I'm trying to explain things like that, like a little bit of a, you know, but you don't need to. Just be yourself. Nobody's going to judge you, and if they do, you know, you like me, you like me, you don't like me, that's fine. I don't need to be somebody else for that. So be yourself is really, really important. If you are phony for whatever reason, if it's for fear or for trying to become somebody else, people will notice, and you know, they will turn away. This is point number 9, but for me it's connecting to the point of be yourself. One of the ways to help you with that, or to help me with that, is that I'm pretending that there in the lens there is a little person, a little friend, and I'm speaking to that friend. So I'm not speaking to an empty box or to a mechanic device, but I'm speaking to a friend. Now, For some people, it helps to do that with the camera without nobody there. So they just click the camera, they stand in front of it and they shoot it, thinking, well, there's nobody there, nobody judge me if I make a mistake or something. That's all okay, I cut it in the editing. So for some people it helps. If that helps you, that's fine. For some people it helps to have somebody behind the camera. So it's helped to have that friend really there, smile to you, kind of encouraging, or just being there for you. Whatever works for you, that's fine with me. The next point, again, is really connected to that, but remember, many of us are speaking in the plurals, right? Is it? Yes, we speak in plurals. It's trying to say, well, you know, all of those, you at home watching me, you know, you're not talking to a group, you're talking to one person at a time. This person is watching you on his computer or on his iPad or whatever it is, and you want to speak to that person personally. So imagine that in this lens there is one person and you're speaking just to him or to her, and that's it. That will help. Point number 11, keep it short. I think this went a little bit longer than I planned, but keep it short, keep it snappy, keep it fast. Okay, people don't have the patience to watch video for too long. If it doesn't go fast enough, it doesn't give them the information, if it doesn't give them the value quick enough, they will stop. And the last point, number 12. Last point, number 12, is keep to the subject, keep to the topic. For me, I can speak forever on something that I'm interested in, but if I won't have a clear outline that tells me this is what I need to do, then I will go all over the place and I miss people. Keep to the topic, like any other blog post, like any other article. You want to make one point come across very, very strongly. So make sure that you focus on that and nothing else. Those are the 12 points. I hope that would help you to create better video and from them better blogs. A few things that are very, very important. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I'm a perfectionist. Maybe you're a perfectionist. In any case, that's a disease that doesn't help us. You don't want to make it perfect. You just want to start. On the other hand, the more you do that, the more you practice, the better it will become. So my recommendation, especially video blogging, is important for you and for your audience. It's not just about you, it's also for them. If it's important for you or for your audience, then make sure that you start. The most important is just to do the first one. Forget the right camera, forget the right lighting, the right background. Just get yourself a good outline, get yourself a basic equipment, and just start doing it. You put the first one on the blog, you ask people to give you feedback, some comments, you learn from that, the next one will be better. So that's it for me for today. I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear your tips, your ideas, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you hated. Would you like to hear more from me on a video? Just let me know whatever you think. If you have any questions, please, comments, questions, tips, anything, just please post them in the comment box just below this video. It will help me to improve that. It will help me to understand. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them either in the next blog posts or straight through your comment. Until we meet again, to your success.